Alright, so just a status update for the progress of our F86. Let's see. So previously I talked about how I started this kit back when I was in junior high school, and back then I didn't really pay attention to what colors were supposed to be what. Part of the reason for that was I didn't have a lot of colors to choose from, so I just picked things. But as you can see, I've repainted the air brake wells, the gun bay, landing gear wells, and all of that fun stuff with the appropriate colors. I've also done some detail work in those bays. Once the camera focuses, you can kind of see that. So we've got some of the hoses and lines painted and some of the correct boxes painted. We'll do some more work on that in the coming days. Also have the cockpit section mostly assembled and ready to go. Just some final touch-up paint to do on that. I gotta do another wash over the gauge clusters and the control panels, and the seat belt buckles. Other than that, it's pretty much done for that. Let's see, have the front landing gear bay glued onto one half of the fuselage. The instructions call for you to put the two halves of the fuselage together and then cement the bay in. But during some test fitting, I kind of saw some problems with that, so I chose to line it up properly on one half of the fuselage, get the seams as even as possible, and get it ready to mate with the second half of the fuselage, which will kind of give that second half the ability to line up a little bit better. I also repainted the leading and trailing edges of the wings with a silver color, because the previous color wasn't showing up real great in the camera. So now we have the silver paint on the lead and trail edges and wingtips of the wing. So when we come back to it tomorrow, we'll be able to do that properly. Now, previously I had said that I wasn't going to use any resin detail parts or anything like that with this kit. I changed my mind. So I was looking through some of my stuff and I found this this nice set of resin detail wheels. These are True Detail wheels, and they were the correct model for the approximate age or year of this aircraft. So I decided to go ahead and go with those. The reason being is that if you look at the kit wheels, they're actually not terrible as far as detail goes. There's just a tremendous amount of flash with them, and I just so happened to find these True Detail wheels, so I decided to go with that. Also have kind of the first set of paint on the machine gun going. That will get some additional detail, and it will also get a black wash over it as well. And then actually the gun bay itself will get black wash in it as well, so that it looks pretty accurate for the time frame. So I dug this up and I just wanted to show you a quick comparison. So if you've been on our profile pages, you've seen mention of my uncle, who unfortunately passed away many years ago, but he was a pretty avid model builder, and him and my dad is who I got the passion from. And my uncle built primarily 48 scale, whereas my dad built 72nd, and I myself prefer 48 scale. So this is the ejection seat out of an FJ Fury that my uncle built, and I kind of set it there for comparison between the two. He was a very, very skilled model builder. His completed models literally look like someone took a shrink ray and shrunk the real thing. So it was kind of a little bit of nostalgia for me to be able to, look at something that he did and something that he painted and compare it to what I'm working on. So it's a lot of fun. I actually still have the FJ Fury that this seat came out of, but over the years and moving a few times, the seat had come loose, so I was able to get it out of there without damaging anything, and it will go back in there. I just wanted to show that to you, just for fun's sake. So that's where we're at with the F86. It's coming along pretty nice, and we will check back in a few days.